Good evening, people of YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. If you're wondering where I've been, I was on holiday to the lower North Island again, but for now I'm back to video making. The original intention behind this trip was just to watch the steam incorporated excursions in Woodville, which is where I was staying, but plans changed much faster than expected, and in the end I saw a stupidly wide variety of locomotives, and even a few railcars to boot. I initially went down to Woodville on Saturday, June 11, stopping in the town of KiwiRail to film two KiwiRail freight trains. The first was train 491 from Kinleith to Mount Maunganui, which was hauled by DL 9106. Incidentally, this was the same locomotive I saw in the Q4 shunt back on May 18, the day when she was dragging DFB 7064 and DXB 5120 to Hutt workshops. Tirau, spelt T-I-R-A-U, is one of 5 towns on the Kinleith Branch. The station area has seen far better days, and this footage displays all that remains of the yard. There was also a disused siding running to the Fonterra plant. Annoyingly, the weather had really set in by the time DL 9141 appeared with train 482. We caught up with 482 at the State Highway 32 overbridge in Tokoroa. This was our last shot from the Kinleith branch, and the next stop was Waiouru. In all honesty, I hate the desert road section of State Highway 1, but this time there was this rainbow to cleanse the palate, if that makes any sense. A second improvement came in the form of hearing 3 of my favourite songs being played in a row on the radio station we were listening to. These songs were Sultans of Swing from Dire Straits, Broken Wings from Mr. Mister, and Heroes from David Bowie. After what felt like a stupidly long time, we finally made it to the rather desolate Waiouru quote-unquote station. This is the highest point of the New Zealand rail system, at 814 metres above sea level. The last passenger train to stop here was the Overlander, which last called here in April 2005, and needless to say, the Northern Explorer of today has never stopped here. At 2:10 PM we finally got the train we were waiting for, and proceeded to chase her all the way to Feilding. This lot was 225S from Auckland to Wellington, hauled by DLs 9129 and 9360. Annoyingly, the excessive wind would show up several times throughout this trip. I know you can get microphones that muffle the wind noise, but I didn't have one at the time of filming. S had to stop in the loop at Mangaweka, just past one of the few level crossings still on State Highway 1. Incidentally, I thought the train would be too long for the loop, but I was soon proven otherwise. As for what was going the other way, it was the Glenbrook Vintage Railway's DBR 1254. Apparently she went to Feilding earlier in the day, and when I caught her she was returning to Ohakune. After the unexpected cameo from that DBR, we resumed chasing 225S at the Makohine Viaduct. And upon arrival in Feilding, I was joined by Mr. Muffin Trains for the last shot of DL's 9129 and 9360. Given that there were no other trains in Feilding on a Saturday evening, I'm surprised the signals stayed on for as long as they did. In the end, it wasn't until well after sunset that I finally made it to Woodville, and I suppose now is just as good a time as any to say thank you all for watching, and feel free to stay tuned for the remaining 3 videos in this bizarre series.